And the Rockets almost come up with the turnover. It's P.J. Washington who got fouled on the drive. His addition to this team last February, along with Daniel Gafford, were two huge adds to this Mavs roster, which really pushed them over the top and allowed them to play very deep all the way into the NBA Finals last year, a series they ultimately lost to the Celtics. But these two guys were big-time additions to their roster, and now we have a technical foul on Dillon Brooks. And here's the last. That was the original foul.
Wow. So Luka literally
Dillon. That's the one he was upset about, but he did grab his arm.
He grabbed his arm and then he jumps into him. I mean, that's impossible to defend.
Hey, he's probably going to block most of them, but keep going at the guy.
Yeah, that's the key for the Rockets. And Dillon Brooks felt like Chris Paul pulled him on the way to take that layup.
And then he pulled up and nailed the three. Now we have a technical foul that's on Dillon Brooks, who was still not happy about what he thought should have been, as you mentioned, a foul on that last possession.
Felt like he was pushed. I'll be honest, we are, you know, straight shooters. We didn't see it there. Maybe before,
I didn't see anything there.
By his body movement, maybe before he went up.
Good job by Şengün to get to the ball. Steps into the lane, gets turned back, finds Smith in the corner, has to over Grant. No good. Brooks the offensive rebound. And now he and Sharp have to be separated. And now he and Simons have to be separated. Şengün and Smith also mixing it up with Grant and Kamara. It's on.
Well, you normally don't get the fire in the second half, and man, that was a grown man rebound from Dillon Brooks. We're going to see Dillon Brooks get in there, Craig, and a bit of a tie-up. Those two stand each other up, and now everyone separates, but Simons goes in there. We'll get a better view here. Man, that's an excellent rebound. And that's normal, happens all the time. Referees jump in, no harm, no foul. But watch Simons come back around and initiates with Brooks. That may be a technical right there, or maybe offsetting technicals between those two at the most, I'd assume.
Yeah,
look at that rebound.
I mean,
man.
well, I am speculating and guessing here, but I think ultimately it might be 1 T for Brooks, 1 T for Simons, and
play on. You don't want to do something that could affect the game here. And again, no punches were thrown, nothing but some trash talking, some stares.
That initial sequence there didn't warrant anything, but it was what transpired after those two ended up getting separated.
How about Dillon Brooks in this fourth quarter, man? How huge has he been? And Rockets didn't have anything. But it's Simons who comes out of nowhere. Keep in mind, Dillon Brooks had been shadowing Simons the last 2 games.
I'm sorry, that is not a prime matchup for you.
Green with the 3, count it, and a foul is going to go against Sacramento.
He's calling it against De'Aaron Fox, but I think they're going to take a look at this. They're signaling.
Maurit Kogut, one of the 3 officials, signaling to review this to see if it was released prior to the whistle or not. They called the foul on Fox. And Smith and Fox having words. This is what I said in the pregame. At some point, there would be words between, or some kind of expression of competitiveness between the 2 teams.
Yes, absolutely. And
you knew it was coming.
There's one on Dillon Brooks. He just got a technical, and now the Kings have a technical on De'Aaron Fox, I believe.
The game just started, folks. We were waiting. This was inevitable.
Dillon Brooks was chirping at Malik Monk earlier, but Malik is of the mind that he'll chirp back, but he's never going to get baited into this. But I think it was Jamari Smith Jr. that started this.
Out top.
It looks to me, and he's saying it's a flop, and then Dillon Brooks takes his finger, obviously.
Clippers. Brooks.
He's trying to get it back.
He threw that one up hard. Thank you, Vanessa, and thank you, Ty Lue, because, yes, the Rockets are extremely aggressive. Although we have a I'm not sure why Powell's taking. Did you see what happened?
Craig, I'm sure you'll find out very soon. And I played for Ty Lue. He ran the defense under Doc in both places in L.A. and
Oh, Dillon Brooks got teed up
in Boston, and Dillon said something that, Craig, you probably read those lips, couldn't tell what.
Well, if I would have read the lips, I would have known he got teed up.
Rockets really speeding the tempo.
Wow. Over again. 11 turnovers now for the Heat. Brooks will pull up triple. Good! Net never moved. Brooks still on fire. Being fueled by Dillon Brooks, who had some words for the Heat bench, some words for Bam Adebayo, and that play because of that forearm shiver that Bam Adebayo gave Dillon Brooks after the make. A little bit of a slight contact through the elbow is being reviewed by the officials in the NBA's amazing replay center in Secaucus, New Jersey, for a possible hostile act.
Upon review, after the timeout, it has been determined that Brooks taunted Adebayo, followed by Adebayo's dead ball contact. Double technical fouls on both Adebayo and Brooks. There'll be no shots. Miami's ball on the baseline as after any other score.
All right, so the double T, the taunt, then the bow. And
it's the right call.
Play on.
That is the right call.
Rockets coming off a 135-112 win Tuesday night at Washington. Rim run and a finish for Dillon Brooks, and a technical foul for hanging on the rim. There was a little extra on that hang, and it's an absolutely correct call by James Williams. There's the dunk. Okay, now I'm going to pull down on the rim one more time.
Trey. Hawks could use a three in the worst way. Brooks, no foul again. Daniels drops it in. Count the basket and the free throw to come.
Well, like I said, the Rockets trying to give this one away.
Now Dillon Brooks getting in the face of Trae Young. Cooler heads prevail. Brooks, I thought, had pushed Trae down, and there was no call. Then he kind of stood over him and started yelling at him. The powder keg that is Dillon Brooks. And everybody getting separated. We got a foul coming that will send Dyson Daniels to the line, and Jason Goebel is going to call for replay.
See, this
Hawks have cut it to 3 and have a chance to cut it to 2.
This is the problem. You had a foul. You makes the shot, and the Hawks are going to that. Well, why would you take a chance on losing this game, you know, by doing something like that, hitting Trae in the back of the head? Come on, man. That's not smart.
Watch the left of your screen, and that hand to the neck of Trae Young.
That's just not smart. You know, that's when you know you're panicking in the game.
It's a three-point game.
Yeah. Şengün gives it up to Brooks, and he hits the tray. Şengün is like a fish inside.
He's flopping around. Is that what you...
There's a foul on Brooks.
Well, Terry Shannon comes right into the game.
Been putting in the work. Alexander Walker over to Reed, loads, fires, no good. Easton the board.
Oh my, oh my. Dillon Brooks is just trying to get him to the head.
Crowd rises to his feet. They love the animosity. This is a Bruin rivalry. Brooks gets under the skin of everybody. And got tied up with Ant coming down the floor.
Ime Udoka calls timeout. And Dillon Brooks and Jae'Sean Tate have a similar idea. Get him to the head of Anthony Edwards and distract him.
That's not a lot there, Jeff.
No.
So they called a double foul and a flopping Dillon call.
That's the way you handle that situation. Great call by Curtis Blair. Dillon Brooks tries to draw a foul on Terrence Shannon Jr. Watch this. Tries to pull him and then flops down right here, and then Curtis Blair calls it. The fans love it. Great call, Curtis Blair. That's how you.
Great call, Curtis Blair.
Come on, Since. Fights with Brooks with a rebound. It's there for the taking. Moody dies on the floor to save it. Now there's Jalen Green. There's Dillon Brooks. There is now a whistle and a timeout.
How can he call a timeout? And Golden State didn't have possession.
And now a technical foul on Dillon Brooks.
They didn't have full possession. Moody was losing the basketball as Kerr called that timeout. Heads up play there from Coach Kerr. Now at Rockets.com.
A bus plush. Uh-oh, we got another technical foul.
Use 3 of those for my kids, Craig.
And I think Jabari may have been teed up. He just checked out.
Welcome back, Jabari.
Yeah, I think he may have been the guy. Actually, it was Dillon Brooks. They hit Dillon Brooks with a technical foul. Okay. All right, I thought maybe it was on Jabari because he was upset.
What do you think he said?
I couldn't even. I don't want to speculate.
Stay down on this shot fake. There you go.
7 turnovers now for the Kings.
And look at this here from Amin Thompson. Watch him on the weak side, just working it like a pogo stick. Wow, on Valanciunas' head.
Here we got some muck action here. We got Dillon Brooks. We got DeMar DeRozan again. It happened last year with Chicago. It's happening again here at Toyota Center tonight. This is what happened between Dillon Brooks and DeMar DeRozan, jawing with one another, nose to nose, the push, the separation, and ultimately a T on DeRozan and a T on Brooks. With all these hurt guys and these two ways running out, back-to-back threes for Dillon Brooks.
There you go. Once he gets those feet set, man, he is becoming just absolute money. He's looking like a machine. That shot form is the same every time, Craig.
He scored in double figures in 8 straight, has Dillon Brooks, 2 away from making it 9 in a row. As Dinwiddie has been their best offensive player.
He's been a starter in the league. Not shy to have minutes.
Brooks, what a spin, and the score, whirling by Klay Thompson.
What'd he say? Where's the lip readers? I mean, did he deserve that? That didn't look like much. Must have said something, Craig.
Had to.
Yeah, that was immediately. It just like kind of took the flow of the game away.
Dillon's hot. You don't want him to pick up another and get thrown out. What a move.
Yeah. Look at this. After he knocks down 2 threes, going right at Klay Thompson. Klay with the swipe through, and he said something there that teched him out.
I think
checked him up.
I think he thought he should have been given a free throw.
No, absolutely. I mean, how did he ask nicely?
Apparently, no. He did not ask. It was the opposite of nicely.
What do you think he said?
I don't even want to speculate.
I wasn't jockeying for a part. I didn't know you were looking at writing a movie too, but as Dillon Brooks and Kevin Durant get tangled up, and Nick Richards coming in to provide some assistance. And
no, Dillon Brooks is wrong for that.
Dillon just got himself an early technical, and he
should be kicked.
Gotta be careful as he
should be kicked. That was just silly. I can understand him being physical with KD and trying to send a message. That's fine. But that was a simple drive. They're up a ton, 17, and it's all about Dillon. That's just all about him right there. I mean, he's got what? He's playing well offensively. I mean, he's having a good start to the game. He's got 8 points. Like, he needs some more attention. Now watch this. Okay, now look, they're locked. Look, KD's just trying to get loose. And look, he's laughing and joking. See, so he's actually trying to get under the skin of him, right? And then he curses the official out, and so bye-bye.
Well, I guess it kind of falls in line with what we've seen over the last couple of seasons.
like the fact that he's aggressive like that and that he causes tension. And I think it's 29 teams in the league that will take him because of that ability to get under the skin of the opposing player and be a tremendous defender. But there's also a fine line in regards to taking it so far to a detriment of your team. And so that's the negative part with Dillon Brooks. He doesn't know when to back off.
Technical foul on Durant. Technical foul on Richards. And 2 technical fouls on Brooks. And he has been ejected.
Oh, man, he's hilarious.
I'm not sure if that was planned.
I think it was.
I mean,
he's hilarious.
Billy checking with the scores table. Now, who was it again that we just ejected? Richards.
That means he is looking to score the basketball.
Yeah, he's put up big numbers in his last 4 games against the Rockets, including 2 straight 20-point games, and he strips it away from Brooks, and then Brooks ends up getting him, I'm assuming, somewhere south of the equator.
Oh, man.
And this is something they might end up looking at for a hostile act.
Let's see here. Dillon's in the post up, turns, and whoo! Little kung fu action there, man.
Ruling on the floor, kickball. The players been reviewed for possible hostile act.
Yes, it was. Tony Brothers.
After review, there was a kickball violation on the play, followed by a kick to the groin. Therefore, there will be a technical foul on Brooks. Utah will shoot 1 shot, and it will be Utah ball inbounding with 24 seconds on a 24-second clock.
So there was 1 kick, and then there was another kick, and a technical foul on Dillon Brooks. He's got 16 of them, which means that he will not be available for the Rockets on Friday night against Oklahoma City. And then after that, each technical foul between now and the end of the regular season, you get a $5,000 fine, but each 2 additional technical fouls after you hit 16 results in another 1-game suspension.
Should have just got the tech in LA and missed this game.
So it'll be Sexton, who's a very good free throw shooter at the line. So a kicked ball violation followed by a technical foul.
You know, you don't ever want a technical, but you got to assume you want Dillon to play. Just should have got one in LA, man. Why not? So, couple questionable calls in that game.